How long you think it was gonna take before we got here? Now you gotta prove yourself all over again. Come on.
Ain't nobody coming, I've been gunning from 100 yards, trying to hit my mark, missing every time. This will be the start of the picture perfect. Watch you.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? How you doing today, Charles?
All right, how's it going?
Pretty good with me. This week I'm going to be the pilot, and I'm an apprentice pilot, so give me a little break here. Rich is out doing some things in Florida with his family, which he needs a break. He works really hard. So
well, he says he does, Terry. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that.
We'll just say, okay, we believe you.
Yeah. So anyway, today we're going to welcome everybody to the show, and we're going to be doing the good afternoon. Good afternoon, Johnny. How are you? We're going to be doing PArX racing. So I guess we can get started if you want. So let me go to the first race, and it's going to take me a minute to get orientated here. There's the first race, and here we go.
All right. Well, the first race looks like we have 6 furlongs. Claiming price is $7,500. Non-winners are 1 in a year, and it's for 3-year-olds and upward. And so, you want to go there? You want to do that chart first? Or you want me to do the simulation?
Let's see the simulation.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Aren't I in the simulation? I guess I'm not.
You're in the chart.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out. Here we go.
There we are. Okay. So, looks like the 7 horns has a 56% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole. To my notes, yeah, definitely. But, you definitely have to worry about that 2 horse, I think. So I think it's whoever breaks out of the gate the best is going to get that lead at the quarter pole when it comes to those 2 horses. And then when you got simulation odds here, we got the 3 right around probably about 2 to 5. And the morning line is 3 to 1. So that's a nice overlay if you want to check that out. And that's all we have on overlays. And it looks like everyone's kind of comfortable in that C zone itself.
All right. So now I'm going to go to the page that Rich usually does, see how I can do with this. As you can see, we've got the E's, and there's 3 horses there, the 3, 5, and 7. Got an EP with the 2, and then you've got a PC with a 4, and the closer is a 6. And if we look here at how the EPs are and get it going like that, it looks like the 6 has the most. Well, it doesn't look right.
No, you did it opposite.
I did. I hit the wrong one.
Go the other way. The other one.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, there we go. Looks like the 7 has the most speed in here, although the 3 and the 2 are pretty close. And as far as the LPs, it looks like the 3 has the edge. Well, not really. He's kind of tied with that 4. I like the way that 4 is sitting. That looks pretty good to me. And then if we go to the EPLP, the 3 again pops up there with the 2 and the 4. But the 3 has quite a bit. He's got about 9 points. So that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right. So anyway, let me get back here, and you can go ahead and talk about your picks and how they are.
Well, there's, like you said, there's for sure 2 speed horses in here, and you got the rest are going to be coming from behind. I'm going to go with one of the speed horses here, the 2. I believe, this horse might get the best jump. And even if he doesn't get the lead at the quarter pole, I think he's got the best chance of taking over that lead pretty much right after that. The 2 horse. This horse drops in class. Sophia, minus the 7 pounds on this horse, really will benefit this horse a lot. And you know what? She's riding very well. I mean, she's doing very, very good for a rookie. She's looks like she's winning from inside, outside, you name it. She's doing it. So she's doing a good job out there. And then the 3 horse is my second choice here. This horse ran second the last 2 times. This horse does have some of that tactical speed. As we've shown there, is the 3 more likely will be sitting 3rd or 4th. It does have a very good kick. The trainer gets 24% second after the claim. So that's a good angle for this horse. And then the other speed horse, the 7, is my third choice. Ran third last time out. Ness gets 34% at first after a claim, which was an excellent percentage. So you really can't count this horse out 100%. And then that 4 horse, like you said, kind of like looks like it's sitting in a good spot. Ran second last time out. It does have tactical speed, but much more on the closing side of it. Third start after a layoff, great angle there. So I'm going with a $5 exacta box with my first 2 picks, the 2 and the 3.
All right, and good morning, Christopher D'Souza. Glad to see you here. In this first race, he likes the number 5, and he likes it $5 to win, I guess. All right, so we're going to go with my picks now and how I see it. I like the number 7, not away. He ran second versus similar in his last race. Has the highest speed figure at today's distance. His best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. He's actually tied. Switches to a trainer, Jamie Ness, and has jockey Ruben Silveira, who in the last 14 days has done pretty darn well. They've been in the money 13 out of 17 starts, winning 5 with 7 seconds. Then I like number 3, Burden Bay. He ran second versus Tougher in his last race, drops in class today. He has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 24% of the races in the second race after he claims a horse. Number 2, Prince Philip is my third pick. He drops in class today, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 4, Manolet. He ran second versus similar in his last race. He's my long shot. I really like this 7. It's my pick of the day, and so I'm going to take the 7 and the $1 double, and I'm going to take it to all in the second race, and I'm going to bet $15 to win on the 7. So there's how I see it.
Okay.
All right. So let's go to this second race.
All right. Second race. It looks like we have another 6 furlongs, but this one's for claiming 5,000, non-winners of 2 in a year. And this is for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. And then with this race, it looks like when it comes to the simulation odds and lead chart, that 4 itself has the best shot of getting the lead at the quarter pole. I 100% agree with that. 64% chance of getting that lead. I personally believe it's going to be hard for this filly to give it up too. When it comes to simulation odds, you got the 4 slightly, just under 4 to 1. You got 4.5 to 1 on morning line on her, so it's a little overlaid, not much. And then you got that 7, approximately about 3 to 5, 4 to 5, and you got morning line of 3 to 1, which is not a bad overlay at all.
All right. Well, if we take a look here, we're going to look at how these horses look as far as whether they're speed or just behind the pace or at a closer. So let's take a look at the EP horses, and we'll see that the 4 has the best numbers by a lot, by 9 points, as you see there. So the 4 should do pretty well. And then the LP horses, if you look here, that 7 comes in first, with the 4 running way down there. He drops way back, but the 7 has a 9-point advantage here. And then if you go to the EPLP, there's the 7 and the 4 together. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. They're pretty close. There are only 3-point differences in those horses there. So anyway, let me get back here, and you can go ahead and talk about what you like or how you like.
In this race, like I said, I think it's going to be hard for that 4 to give up the lead. For me, it's the 4 is my top choice. I think wire to wire is probably more what's going to happen here in this race. The jockey definitely knows her very well. So I think this is going to be a tough horse to catch. If anyone is going to catch her, I do believe it will be the 7. The 7's got that tactical speed, more or less on the closing side of it. One last time out. Well bet last time, so why not? This horse definitely belongs in this race. And then the 6 horse is my third choice. This horse ran second last time out. it's hot at the claim block in this past year. 4 times been claimed in the past year. Um, and this horse will be closing at the end, so you got to look out for that horse. And then the one horse has some speed. It's kind of that sneaky speed that, sometimes it uses it when it wants to. This horse cuts back in distance today. Ran second last time out. But I'm going to do a pick 4 here, and I'm going to take my top 2 picks in this leg, top 2 picks in the second and the third leg, and then I'm going to open it up to not just my top 4, but I'm going to go 5 picks in the final 4th leg.
Well, that's pretty good. Well, as you can see, folks, this race appears to be between me and Charles pretty wide open, because between the two of us, we have 6 out of the 8 horses in our picks. I like number 3, Live Aid, as my first pick. She ran second versus similar in her last race, and she should improve at this shorter distance. She has the highest speed figure at today's distance, and her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. She's actually tied with another horse. Then I like number 7 is my second choice. She won her last race at PArX Racing and has the highest speed figure at today's distance. And her best dirt speed is fastest among today's starter. She's tied with Live Aid. And then number 2 is my third pick. She likes the track finishing in the money. 41% of the starts and won 14% of those races. Likes the distance, where she's finished 52% in the money with 52% of the starts. And then she's won 22% of those races. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Boca Reality is my long shot, the 6. She ran second versus similar in her last race, only losing by a neck. Likes the track finishing in the money 58% of the starts, and likes the distance finishing in the money 52% of the time. I'm going to play a pick 4 as well, 50 cent. I'm going to use the 2, 3, 7 with the 3, 5, 7 with the 1, 2, 6 with the 7, 9. So here we go. I think we have some time before the next race, so I think we can get started if you'd like.
Yeah, they say 3 minutes before post, so I think we got some time.
Okay, let's do that then.
Okay,
we'll go to the third race.
Let's go to the third race. Third race is a mile and a 16th on the turf for maiden. 55,000 purse. This is for 3-year-olds and upward. And so when we look at this race, we got simulations, odds, and leaderboard. It looks like the 7 has got a 52% chance of getting that lead. I kind of agree with that myself too, but you know what? I personally think you got to worry about the 3 a little bit at 20%, but the 5 might be pushing it along too at 25% of getting that lead at the quarter pole. So you got 3 horses out there that probably really going to wing it a little bit, and whoever doesn't get the lead, they should be sitting second or third and hopefully get a nice good ride there at the end. The 3 horse, when it comes to odds, we have it at even money, and the morning line is 3-1. That's not a bad overlay, and that's all we have when it comes to simulation odds.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the how the horses look here as far as speed and horses that close, and we can take a look at the EP horses, and it appears like pretty competitive. The 7, 3, 5 are right up there, so we'll have to see what happens there. So those 3 horses look like they want to get out and run. Then we're going to go to the LP horses, and you can see, well, up here we got the 9, and it's up there by 11 points. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, he's a good closer.
That's right. And then the 10 and the 2 follow that up. And then we get here to the EPLPs, and there are 3 of them right there together, the 10, 3, and the 7. So, it just depends on what's going on here. So anyway, well, if you want to tell us about what you like in your horses.
Just how I ended up on your the last chart there. The top 4 is my top 4 picks, really. The 3 horses, my top pick, ran second last time out. Third start after a layoff. They add blinkers today. The trainer gets 20% when they add blinkers, so that's not a bad angle. And you know what? This horse is actually bred for turf, so that's a great angle there. The 7 horses ran second last 2 times. The Dam has 2 winners from 3 starts, and Ness gets 21% when they first time they route. And then the 10 horse ran third last time out, bred for this, closed very well as we saw. And then the 4-horse ran third last time out, adds Lasix today. The dam has 2 winners from 4 starters, and 2 of them are turf horses, and they are entering the gate right now as we speak for race 1.
All right. Well, Jennifer likes the 3, 7, and 5, 6 in exacta. And then I think that means she wants to win the 3, 5, 6, and 7. I don't know what she means by that exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then hello, Emil. He said something about race 1 Bourbon Bay, but I don't see a Bourbon Bay in this one. Easy as you like. So
I think that was in second race, or it might have been third race, one of the
yeah,
two.
you're right.
All right, they're out. The gate's open. They're gone.
Okay.
Okay, well, it looks like the 2 and the 3 are battling it for the lead, and now the 2 took over. The 2 has the lead approximately by a length. The 3 second, and the 5 is sitting third with the 7. The 7's on the outside, making a nice move up on for second right now with the 3. So it's 2, 3, 7, and no more than a length and a half, between all of them. And then it goes back to the 5, and then everyone else is about 4 lengths behind and struggling. So the 2 looks like it's going to keep on kicking on. They're turning for home, basically. They're on the turn for home. The 3's dropping back a little bit. The 7's making a move, and so is that 5. The 5's going on the outside, trying to make one large move here. But they got to catch that 2. The 2 has got a good 3 lengths lead now on them, and it's between the 5 and the 7, and who else is that? The 3 came back, and who's that on the rail? I cannot tell, and because of the mud. But it came in 2, 3, 4, 7.
All right. Well, that knocks me completely out of my double and the $15 win ticket. So,
well, I hit the exacta, and if I would have played the try, I would have hit the try and the super.
Yeah, you did pretty darn well. That's pretty good.
But I hit the exacta 2, 3, 4, 7. That's exactly how they came in.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So let me get back to the race 3, and I'm gonna tell you what I like in race 3. I like the Tiz Speedy, the 5. He finished third versus similar in his last race by closing. So the extra distance should be a plus here. His best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters. He's actually tied with another horse and has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then number 3, More Than a Feeling. He ran second versus similar in his last race. His best dirt speed is fastest among today's starters, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. Blinkers are added today to keep his mind on business. And then number 7, Spirit Sky is my third pick. Ran second on the dirt in his last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 32% of the races when taking a horse from a sprint to a route. He has a high percentage winning jockey. And then the number 4, Prince of Chill is my long shot. Finished third versus in his debut race. Has a high percentage winning trainer and has a chance to improve while trying grass, as his dam has 2 winners from 4 starters, and 2 of those were turf winners. I'm not going to make a bet in this race, so that's where we go.
And I have the exacta of the 3, 7 box.
All right. So let's move on to this next race, which is the 4th race, and takes me a minute, folks, to get to where I'm supposed to be here. Here we go.
All right, in the 4th race, this is 1 mile and 70 yards, claiming price of $25,000. This is for 3-year-olds and upward. And then when we come to the simulation board here, for speed, who's going to get the lead at the quarter pole? It's saying the 2 at 52% chance. Yeah, I probably have to agree with that. Same thing with the 1 at 45%. I do believe that it's going to be a 2-horse race out there on the lead for that quarter pole. I don't know if either one could hang on, but you know what? They'll both be out there winging pretty good. When it comes to simulation odds, we have that 1 horse slightly under 2-1. We got 4.5-1 Morning Line. And then that looks like that is it when it comes to simulation odds.
All right. So let me get up here to this 4th race, and we can take a look at the EPs. And that is, as you see, there's 2 horses scratched in here, which brings us down to a 5-horse field. So the very first EP horse, best EP horse, and not by a lot, would be the 2 Ruby Blue with the 1 right on its heels. And then in the LP, we have the 6 has a 7-point lead over that 1, and that 1 has a 4 or 6-point lead over the 4. So we'll have to see what happens there. And of course, the 2 drops way back down to the last. And then on the EPLP, the 1 has the best looking numbers there. He's got 170. That's 10 points better than the 4. So we'll just have to see how that race turns out. So anyway,
Yeah, that's that's very interesting there, because I thought, in my way I handicapped, I thought those 2 would struggle a little bit, but they have the 1 there. First, let's go back to race 1. Sophia was the rider on the 2. If you join me on the 2, the 2 paid $980 to win.
wow.
The 3 paid $240 to place. The 4 paid $280 to show. And let me see what the exacta paid. The exacta paid $840. The try paid $2250. And that's where we're at on that first race.
Well, you got almost half your money back there on your budget. That's good. Good for you. Glad to hear it.
That's how first race, or by the second or third race, you should be even. That's really should be your goal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So in the fourth race, my top pick is going to be that 6 horse. The 6 horse here drops in class. Ness gets 28% when he puts them in claiming races itself. You got a hot jockey trainer combo. I think this race kind of sets it up a little bit for him, especially with the drop in class. So that's why I thought, the 1 and 2 were pretty vulnerable here. And even with the 7 now as my second choice, this is another one that ran second last time. Trainer gets 22% when he puts them in claiming races. It's got tactical speed. Another one that's going to sit pretty close and try to pick up the pieces if anybody wants to come back. And then the 2 horse is my third choice. As we talked, has some speed to go wire to wire, has speed to sit second. Ran third last time out. The trainer gets 15% second after a claim. That's not too bad. The 1 horse is my final choice here. Has some speed. Another one that can take the lead, can go wire to wire if it wants to. One last time out, Ness gets 20% when he moves them up 2 levels or more, and that's pretty interesting. That's a great stat when you move them up 2 levels and you still got 20%.
Oh yeah, it is
Very good.
So anyway, well, I'm going to say good morning to JT Brew, and looks like he liked the 4 in that first race, and he had a pick 3, and unfortunately the 2 beat them. Jennifer, good morning, Jennifer. She says nice call to you, Charles, on that 2. And then Christopher D'Souza, he liked a nice bet on the number 1 win for race 4. Good C-zone numbers. So anyway,
yeah, actually it is very good C-note and good speed, good everything to do some damage in this race.
That's right. So I like the number 2 Ruby Blue. Likes the track finishing in the money and 67% of the starts, winning 26% of those races. Likes the distance finishing in the money 69% of the starts, and wins 20% of the races at this distance. He has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Number 1, Fast Breaking Cash, my second choice. He won his last race at PArX Racing. The Rail Post is winning at an 18% clip, and he has the highest speed figure at today's distance. And then the 6 is my third pick. He drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. And the combo of this jockey trainer has won 5 out of 17 races in the last 14 days. Senior investment, number 4, is my long shot. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters. He has a high percentage winning trainer and his jockey, and this combination in the last 14 days, they've won 4 out of 8 starts with a second and a third. I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 4. I'm going to use the 1-2-6 with 7-9 with the 4-5-7-9 with the 2-7.
And I'm doing a pick 4 there. I'm taking my top 3 picks here in this race. But then I'm really opening up in that second leg with 6 picks. I think it's wide open. And then that third leg, I'm going with my top 4 picks. And then I got a big single out there in that final 4th leg. So and which was my horse. That horse is my best bet of the day, by the way.
All right, sounds pretty good. All right, well, let's move on to this next race, the 5th race, and
okay, the 5th race. We have a 6 furlong race here, claiming price of 5,000, non-winners of 1 in a year, and this is for 3-year-olds and upward. And then when it comes to our simulation board here, it looks like the 9 has a 41% chance of getting the lead at the quarter pole, and the 8, oh, not the 8, excuse me, the 7 with a 28% chance, and possibly the 5 at 21%, pushing them along. I do believe the 9 is going to get the lead. I do believe the 7 is going to be pushing that horse a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see how that really turns out. But when it comes to simulation odds, the 2, we have it at 9-1. The morning line is 10-1, and we have that 7 2-1, and the morning line is 4-1.
All right. So let's see. We're in the 5th race here. So let me go to the 5th race. We take a look at the speed horses versus the closers. And on the EP horses, we see that this 5, 7, and 9 are all pretty close. They're all pretty competitive, actually. Nobody's really out of it. So as far as the LP horses, it looks like these, again, they're very competitive. You got the 7 and the 2 just right together. And then the EP versus LP, you've got that 7's got a really nice 11-point lead over the rest of the crew here. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. So anyway, all right. If you want to tell us about what you like in your horses, and I'll
this race is kind of interesting. Like I did on my pick. My pick 4 in the race starting in the previous race. I mean, I took 6 horses here. I mean, what's that tell you? I think it's pretty wide open. I think I have the 9 as my top choice, and the reason why I put it on there, it does have speed to steal the race. It does. But it does have a tendency to stop at the end. He ran even last time out, but I think the key to this horse is they're dropping it in class. So I think that might be the benefit of this horse. Dropping in class might help it maybe not stop as quick as it used to. But the 7 is going to keep this horse honest. This is another horse that ran even last time out. And why I always make that a good note, running even, is if you run the same exact – if you're running 3 lengths behind the winner or whatever case may be, all the way around, sometimes things happen in a race that they might be boxed in. They could be taken big time. I mean, it depends on a lot of things, and you should go back and watch those videos and see why they ran even, because most of the time that's still a good sign. The 7's got that tactical speed. The only thing I do not like about the 7, but it doesn't mean he's done. He's an old guy. He's 12 years old. He might have some more good races still left in him. It looks like he does, but I don't know for sure. The 2 horse is another horse that ran even last time out. Second start after a layoff. It has some tactical speed. And then that 5, another sneaky horse with some speed. He tossed that last race out. The horse fits in this group. So that's why I think it's a wide open race. I think whatever you guys do out there, if it's exotics or pick 4s, pick 5s, you better look at more than one horse in this race.
Yeah, I agree with you. It actually changed my bets quite a bit, or changed my picks around a lot. I like that 7 Kings house, that Ulster. Just like me, I'm an Ulster. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters, and it should be as being 12 years old. But number 9 is my second choice. Drops in class today as a trainer, wins 21% of the races when shipping a horse in to run. And then number 3, there is a Storm of Bruin. He may improve at a shorter distance, 3rd pick. And then my long shots, Trigger Pull, his highest speed figure at today. He has the highest speed figure at today's distance. So anyway, let me tell you, if you like what you've seen here, we'd sure like you to go and subscribe on YouTube and hit that little bell so that you're notified and you can see that things what things we have to offer. We've got all kinds of shows. And then go to our social sites such as Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us likes and thumbs up. It really helps us out. Let your friends and relatives, everybody you know about this. So anyway, let's get some of these comments that I haven't looked at yet here. We're going to go with with JT Brew in the 3rd race. He likes number 10, Wicked Secret. 6th race, he likes number 4, Hometown Hero. And at Belmont in the 2nd race, he likes the number 3, Just a Splash. Race 5, he likes number 8, Winning or Spinning Colors. So anyway, and then Trading View, which center are you talking about? I think he means which track. We're talking about PArX. Is that what you think he means?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, though you did say Horse Center, so Horse Center.
Oh, yeah.
The show.
Horse Center. Yeah, it's our show. You have, if you go to YouTube and go to Horse Racing TV, Horse Racing Radar, you can find it. So, and then Christopher in the 2nd race, he likes the number 10 to win Beyond the Hype. He wants to bet $44 to win on that horse. He also likes the 5th race. He likes the $4 win, place, and show. Bite Stocks in the 3rd race at Belmont. He likes the race 1. He likes, pick 3. Yeah, he likes the 3 with the 135 with the 35. And then Jennifer Hudson Stocks. What's happening? She's saying hi to you, Bite Stocks. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So anyway, all right. I guess we can move right on to that 6th race, huh?
All right, 6th race it is. This race is 1 mile and 70 yards on the turf. Claiming price $20,000. Non-winners of 3 left time. 3-year-olds and upward. And then when it comes to our simulation board here for the speed and get to the lead at the quarter pole, some of the scratches took out a lot of speed here, but it still leaves the 8, it looks like, at 24% chance of getting that lead. Probably most likely that's going to be the truth of it. The 5 is probably going to push that horse a little bit at 15% now. So I think either one of those horses, if they were smart, they should try to go for the lead if they got speed in this race, because everybody else has got no speed to go to the lead. They want to all come from behind. When it comes simulation odds, I don't think we have anything left over. Oh, the 8 still again. So look at that 8 C-zone score. It's got the speed of the race, and you got now the odds, simulation odds, slightly under 8-1. Got 12-1 morning line. Might be worth a look at.
Because neither of us have it. So
I don't have it.
Take a peek at that. Let's see how it does on this other sheet with the closers and the front runners. We'll take a look at that and see. All right. Well, the 8's about the middle there, but it's pretty competitive, as you see in the EP. The 5 has the best, with the 9 coming in second. The LPs is the 6 is the best, but then as you see, they're pretty competitive. 4 points between the first 3 horses. And then in the EP LPs, there's that 6 again. He's got over that 9, so we'll just have to see what happens in that race. Let me go here and get back to the front here, and then you can go ahead and talk about what you like.
All right.
Race.
Well, in this race, I like the 9 here. This horse won last time out. He has the tactical speed, but more on the closing side. This one will be closing at the end. This horse drops in class today, which is going to help him tremendously. Ness gets 26% when he drops off of a win. So he's dropping in class, and because he won last time. So that's a great angle to look at it with this 9 horse. The 5 won last time out. You got a hot jockey last 7 days aboard, and this horse has got some of that tactical speed to sit pretty close to the pace, whoever's going to be leading it. So he totally fits with this group. I think he might be even one of them that might want to take the lead if he wants to. The 4 in this race is my 3rd choice. Another horse that drops in class today. The trainer gets 24%, second after a claim. Tactical speed, another one that will be sitting pretty close. And then the 2 horse, well, it wasn't the 2, it's the 7 horse is my 4th pick here in this race. And this is another one that has that tactical speed. Once again, that's going to be more or less on the closing side of it. Let's see what he could do, how close. He's going to have to sit pretty close because you don't want these leaders to get an easy lead.
All right. And I hope I'm not mispronouncing this, but Husjian, he wanted to know what the Belmont odds are, horse, at I don't know if he's talking about the first race or what. If he's talking about the first race, Belmont, it's the starting with the 1 horse is 3-1, the 2 is 18-1, the 3 is 7-5, the 4 is 2-1, and the 5 is 5-1. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I like about the 6th race. I like the 5 gliding a Fleet. He came in from Gulfstream and won his first race at PArX Racing, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and I think he's going to repeat. And then the 9 Box Office Warrior is my 2nd pick, which is your first pick, I believe, Charles.
Mm-hmm.
He won his last race at PArX Racing, as you said, and has a high percentage winning trainer and a really good workout on June 25th. 7 horse, my 3rd pick, finished 3rd versus similar in his last race and has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like Hometown Heroes, my long shot, the 4. He drops in class today. His best start speed is fastest among today's starters. And he switches to high percentage winning jockey. And then I like to play a pick 5 here. I'm going to use the 5-7-9 with the 2-7, with the 4-5, with the 6-8, and I'm going to single the 11 in that last race. So that's how I see it. All right. So I guess we can move on to this next race.
Yeah. The 7th race.
Yeah.
This race is a 6 furlong, claiming price of $15,000 for 3-year-olds and upward, which have not won a race since April the 3rd. In this race, is this? There's the 7th race. Okay. Simulation odds and leaderboard here. We have the 5 horse, a 64% chance of getting that lead. And I believe that to be true 100%. And the 9 horse at 25% might be pushing that horse along. And then when it comes to simulation odds, we have the 2 horse at even money. Morning line is 5-1. And then, the 8 horse is slightly over 4-1. We got a morning line of 5-1, which is not too bad either.
All right. Well, let's take a look and see what we're doing here as far as the EPs and the speed horses, that sort of thing. As you can see here, looks like to me that the 5 and the 9 should be up there in front, and that's what it appears. It looks like they're about the same. Oh, that 2's pretty close, even though it says it's a close. And then the LP horses, you got that 1's on top by 7 points, and then the 6 with that 2 again. And then here comes the LPs, and we've got the 1 again on top with the 6 and the 2. So those look like they're pretty competitive. They're all right there at about 179 through 177. They're way up above the other horses. So we just have to see how that race plays out. So anyway, if you want to go ahead and tell us about what you like, how you like it in here.
Okay, well, in this race, it's the 5. It's my best bet of the day. I see this horse going wire to wire. I don't see anybody really challenging him that much. Ness gets 29%, second after a claim. This horse cuts back in distance. That's how I see it. I think this horse is going to be the one to beat, and I have him singled out on a lot of different tickets on pick 5s and pick 4, excuse me. And then my second choice in this race is the 1. Tactical speed, drops in class today, fits with this group, but once again, you're going to have to deal with the 5. The 9 horse is the only one that probably would be challenging or seeing the 5 the closest probably overall. Drops in class today, second start after a layoff. The trainer gets 22% with that angle. So the 9 might be worth a play here if you want to do some exotics, I believe. And the 7 also, another one with tactical speed. One last time out but you got a hot jockey trainer in the last 14 days with that horse. But I still believe the 5 is the horse to beat. That's why my pick 4 here. I did a single. I'm doing my top 3 in the second and third leg, and then my top 2 picks in the final 4th leg.
All right, and I'm going to catch up on the comments here. Christopher likes in the 6th race. He wants to play $34 to win on the number 3 and a 3-8-6 exacta box. Hasyan has said no, he didn't mean Belmont. I think he means he might mean Horseshoe International. So I'm not sure. And then let's see here. We've got says, hey Chris, my friend has this horse running today at Louisiana Downs, the second race, number 2 Texas Bluebonnet. Wanted to keep the odds decent. And then hello, Ryan. He wants to know if we have a lock of the day. Well, you just said your 5 is the lock of the day for you today, right?
Yeah, that's race.
And my lock of the day didn't do very well, so we won't even discuss that. Jennifer likes and liked in that first race of Belmont the 3-5 over the 2-4. Win 2-4-5. Danny Jackson. Charles, did you know I don't have Wi-Fi yet? I know. Is that a friend of yours?
Yeah, I loosely will use that word friend.
All right. And then Christopher, hi Christopher, number 7, race 7. He likes easy money. The number 5, he wants to win with that horse, and then he wants a 5-1 exacta. So that's pretty good. So we get back. I guess I should tell you what I like, because those horses are getting close to getting in that gate.
Yeah.
I like the 2 in Sky We Trust. I'm throwing out his last race as he had a slow start and a wide trip. Returns to high percentage winning jockey Frankie Pennington. This jockey knows how to win with this horse, because if you look at the form, whenever another jockey's ridden it, hadn't done very well, but he sure does well with the 2. The 7 Wagon Boss is finishing the money his last 8 races, winning 3 of those starts, and has a high percentage winning jockey. Number 9, Fox Red, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, and has the highest speed fare at today's distance. I like the 3 as my long shot. Hay Porter comes in from Monmouth Park to try PArX Racing, drops in class today, and has a high percentage winning jockey. He's my long shot. I'm going to play a 50-cent pick 4 here. I'm going to play the 2-7 with the 4-5 with the 6-8, and I'm going to follow that up with the 11 in the last race.
There we go. Well, they're just now starting to enter the gate, so the first horse is in.
Okay. Get us back to the
race 2.
All righty.
All right, this starts my pick 4, and same thing with you, right? Yeah.
It is, yeah. So I'm hoping to get something going here, because I got bombed in that first race. So.
Well, for both of us to win, we need the 7, right?
We do, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely true. So let's see.
All right. Let's see what we got here. We're waiting on the 4 and the 7. I'm sorry.
The 4, which is yours. The 7, which is both.
Oh, he's back there just walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got the 4 in.
Oh, that's good.
Now I guess we're waiting on that 7. All right.
Okay, Jennifer in this race likes the 8 win, place, and show.
Well, talking about the 8, the 8 popped out first, put the head out in front, but the 7 and a bunch of others are trying to take that lead. The lead's gonna change like 3 times before they really get settled down. And it looks like the 1 is gonna put its head out in front of the 3 and 4. All 3 of them are like in a line for that battle for the lead at the quarter pole. And who did we say was going to take the lead there? The 4. Okay, well,
yeah,
it's right there. I mean, within a nose. So it's still 1, 3, 4. Another pack of 3 different other horses. The 5 is probably the dominant one, and the 7's on the outside of that horse, about a length and a half behind the leader itself. The 1's now starting to pull away a little bit. He's got about a 3/4 of a length over that 3. 4's dropping out of it. Someone's coming up on the rail. It looks like. Is that the 7 on the rail? I can't tell. Oh
Maybe
no,
it's the
7's on the
2.
outside. So we got the 1, got the lead, but the 7's flying out here at the end here. It looks like the 7's going to take over the 1 any second here. So it looks like it's going to be, is it going to be between 1, 7? It's still the 1, 7. 7 can't get past that 1. It's amazing. 1,
wow.
7, 6.
Wow, that's not good for us, is it?
No, the 1 would not give it up at all. And the 7 was moving so well, it looked like he was just going to cruise right past that 1.
Yeah, he just kind of hung there at the end.
He hung, yep. And that 1 just kept on digging in.
That
more.
1 dug in, I'll tell you. He really dug in, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we didn't start out very good there, and I'm sorry to say Raphael did not either. He wanted the 2, 5, or 7.
Yeah, it
maybe
was
3, 5.
my 1 was my 4th pick.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the way it goes sometimes, folks.
Yep.
It really is. So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and go to that 8th race and see what we're doing here. Let me get here to my screen, get over here to the 8th race. There we go.
all right, the 8th race. It's a mile. It's going a mile. A claiming price of 25,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Excuse me. We got when it comes to speed, there's a lot of horses in here with some speed. Let's put that away. The 3 horse right now has got a 29% chance of getting that lead at the quarter pole, but you know, there's a couple other horses in here that's going to have a say in that, I believe. The 1 horse is one of them at 27%. And don't even turn your back on that 8 or even that 5 horse, you know, at 12 and 11%. But they all have some kind of speed in this race. When it comes to simulation odds, we have the 4 horse at even money, and looks like the morning line was about 4.5 to 1, so that's not a bad overlay. The 5 slightly under 2 to 1. We got 2.5 to 1 morning line, and that is it when it comes to overlays on the odds.
All right. Well, let's see how they look on the EPs and the E's and closers. We'll take a look at that. And looks like on the EP, looks like the number 3, Peyton Elizabeth, has the best EP, 5 points higher than Caddy LaBelle. And that's a funny name, isn't it? Anyway, yeah. And then if you look at that LP, the 4 horse has a pretty significant lead over that 8. It's got 6 points. And then the 8 over the 7 has a 5 points. So, you know, pretty wide open there as far as those horses go. And then the EPLP, well, there's that 4 again, Turin Marianne. It comes up with about a 6-point lead over the 8 and the 3. So anyway, let's go back and see what you like on your horses.
All right, real quick on race number 2, there is an inquiry in this race, but it doesn't look like it has anything to do with the winner because they let him go on and take his picture.
Yeah,
so,
I think if there is, it's between the 7 and
the 6.
I mean, not the 6. I think it was the 7 and the horse that ran 4th, whatever horse that was.
Yeah, it could be. That might be the 3.
Could be, yeah.
Okay. All right. So here in race 8, I like the 1 horse here. This horse ran 3rd last time out, cuts back in distance today. The rail gets 19%, so it's not a bad angle. I think this horse has got that kind of speed. Could be scary. Could do whatever he wants, take the lead, sit off of him. The 3 horse is my second choice here. This one has tactical speed. Ness gets 34% first after a claim. That's almost unheard of, to be honest with you. Second start after a layoff, Ness also gets 23% with that angle. So makes this 3 very dangerous in this race. So those 2 speed horses you got to look at big time, the 1 and the 3. The 5 horse is my third choice here. This horse ran 2nd last 2 times. You got a hot jockey the last 7 days. The horse does cut back in distance today, which makes him a little dangerous. And then the 8 horse, this horse ran even last time out. You got some tactical speed, totally 100% fits with this group. Makes it an interesting race. in this race, I have him all in the pick fours and stuff like that. So I did not do any other break bets on this.
All right. And in this race, I like the number 5, Baby Gooden. She won 2 races in a row, and then she ran second in the next 2 races, only losing by a neck and a nose. Switches to high percentage winning trainer, has a high percentage winning jockey. Turing Marianne, the 4 is my second pick, has finished in the money in her last 4 races, and she won 3 of those. Has a high percentage winning trainer. Peyton Elizabeth, number 3, is my third pick, switches to a high percentage winning trainer, should improve while returning to dirt, and has the best dirt speed among today's starters. And then the 1 is my long shot. She finished third versus similar last. The rail post is winning 19% clip, and she has a high percentage winning jockey and the highest speed figure at today's distance. And I like to bet $10 to win on the 5. So there you go.
And they still have not decided on that race 2 yet. And it is with the 7 and someone else. And it looks like from here, I could barely see it, but it might be the 5.
Yeah. And I think that might be what really hurt that 7 and not getting past that horse, because I saw him kind of brushing with the other horse that was running third at the time.
And the jockey stood up on the other horse really big time. I don't know if that's showboating or if it really was necessary, to be honest with you. I'm looking at the head on, and I don't know if it was really necessary to stand up on him like that, but I'm not sitting on the horse's back.
Yep.
That's one thing we could sit here on, and make judgment calls on riders or whatever. It's not that easy, people.
No, it's not. So anyway, JT Brew likes the number 10 horse in race 11 in Louisiana, and he likes the 210 box. I'm assuming that's there at Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, Jennifer liked the 8 win place to show in the second race. So they're still trying to decide who got that race. So anyway, I guess we can go ahead and go to this 9th race.
Yep.
And see what's going on there. Okay.
All right. This is a 9th race. It's an optional claiming of 35,000. Non-winners of 2 lifetimes. So this is for 4-year-olds and upward, which never won 2 races other than maiden, claiming, or starter. So in this race, we got for simulation speed, we have the 1 horse at 63% chance of taking that lead. You know what? I think this horse is going to be very tough on that lead. He might go wire to wire there, or gate to wire, whatever you want to call it. And when it comes to simulation odds, we have that 4 at around, what is that, about 4 to 5, 3 to 5. And the morning line is 5 to 1. That's a big overlay, people. So that might be something to look at. And that's about it when it comes to all that.
All right. Well, let me take a look here and see what the numbers are as far as I've got to get to the right place on here. I'm just not as smooth as Rich, but I'll get better as time goes by. Anyway, let's take a look at the EP horses and see who is the best. There's that 1 you're talking about, but that 5 might have something to say about it.
Right.
He's right there with him. So, and as far as the LP numbers go, well, it looks like the 6 has got a little bit of an edge over the 2 and the 4. And if the 1 can't stay up front there, he's going to have a little problem, I think. So let's look here again at this. Looks like the 4's got the best, but it's not by a lot. There's pretty competitive between the 1, 2, 8, and 4. And even the 6 is right there. So we'll have to wait and see how that race turns out. I really think it's a pretty competitive race myself. So anyway, so go ahead and talk about what you like here.
Well, I'm going to stick with that 1 that I think is the true speed of this race, and probably might be, if he gets an easy lead, it'd be good. Good luck, everybody, trying to catch this horse. But if they pressure him, as we see on our other charts here, that he doesn't have the best late pace kick in the world. So he cuts back in distance. The rail gets 19%. And we got a speed jockey, Paco, aboard. So I like this horse a lot here in this race, the 1. The 2 horse, Ran third last time out. Ness gets 29%, second after a claim. You got a hot jockey trainer combo in the last 14 days with this horse. The 8 horse is my third choice. Ran second last time out. Has tactical speed, but much more on the closing side of it. Totally fits with this group. And then that 4 horse that we said the one to look out for does have some speed, cuts back in distance, and Pennington is up on this horse. So look out on that.
All right. Hey, and Christopher D'Souza, next bet for him would be the race 8, number 3 to win. So there we go. All right. So let me tell you about what I like here in this race. I like the number 8, Dreaming of Jerry. He is always in the mix, running second in his last race as a high percentage winning trainer, and his best start speed is fastest among today's starters. That 6 horse Roan Mountain, second choice, finished in the money in his last 5 races, winning 2 and has a high percentage winning trainer. And then number 7 is my third pick. Finished third in his last race, switches to high percentage winning trainer and a high percentage winning jockey. Then I like the number 4 as my long shot. This horse has an early foot, so he may improve at this shorter distance and has a high percentage winning jockey. I'm out of funds, so I don't have a bet in this race. Unfortunately, it's pretty hard to make these bets when you don't only have $100 in funds.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you got to spread it out, and like you said, you really the key to when you take that kind of money to the track. Yeah, you got to hit the first couple of races for sure before you could do more damage.
yeah,
Unless you go to the track and you only like one horse, period, then you put all 100 on that one. So there you have it.
that's true. You could do that. And
Yeah.
I've done that before. So
Oh yeah, that's actually my favorite play. To be honest with you,
Yep.
it's just a good solid win bet and just be done with it.
All right. Well, let's go to that final race, the 10th race, and see what's going on here.
All
And,
right, 10th race. We have 1 mile and 70 yards, claiming $10,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. And it looks like here on our simulation board, we have, well, it's going to be between 2 horses, the 1 and the 8. About 39% for the 1 and 37% chance for the 8 to get that lead at the quarter pole. You know, it's going to be tough because the 1's have got the rail, so he might have a little bit of an edge there on that. So we'll see how that turns out. When it comes to simulation odds, we have the 3, 5-1. Morning line is 6-1. And then the 11 horse is, well, about 4-5, and morning line is 3-1. Although when you take out a couple of those scratches and stuff, you still might get 2-1 on that horse on the 11.
Good. Yep, that's true. All right. Well, let's take a look at the EP and all that. There's no horse that really likes to be out front there, except for looks like of the 3, maybe he's a pressure type horse usually. Let's see where he ends up, but he doesn't look like he's going to go to the front. Looks like that 1's going to take to the front there, with the 7 following up with that. And then the LP horses, it looks like the 11, which figures. He's got a 6 point over the rest of them. And then the 11 should be on top again, and he is. Look at that. He's got about a 5 point lead over the 6 and the 1. So that 11 looks pretty good to me. It was actually if I had some money, I would have bet that horse if I had any budget left. I actually had him bet to start with and then changed my mind and moved to another one. So anyway, why don't we talk about what you like here?
All right. First, the results are finally in for race 2, by the way.
Okay.
No change and nothing. That's why I thought he jumped up the horse. He pulled up on the horse, maybe more for acting than anything. But the 1 won the race at 15. It paid $15.20 to win. 7 paid $3.40 to place. 6 paid $3.60 to show. And you got exacta $25.70 for the 1-7. The trifecta paid $50.90. And the superfecta paid $38.89. And your daily double from the first race, the 2, and to the second race, the 1, paid $62 even.
All right. And it looks like here that Christopher D'Souza in the 9th likes the number 8 to win. And then in the 10th, he likes the number 5. He wants to play win in place. It's a closer. So, all right. So anyway, if you want to go ahead and talk about
My
what you
picks.
like in this race.
Yeah. Well, the 10th and final race. I mean, I do like this 11 horse. It ran second last time out. Trainer gets 25% first after a claim. Paco's aboard. So I think he might close out the day with a W here. The 1 is going to be tough. Ness gets 31% when he goes from sprint to route. And this horse definitely has some speed. As you can tell, the 39%. The rail gets 19%. It's going to be tough. But I do think the 11 can catch him. The 5 horse drops in class today. Ran even last time out. Sophia stays on this horse. She already won the first race. She might have the bookend wins. Who knows? Let's see what she does throughout the day. The 6 horse ran second last time out. The trainer gets 24% first after a claim. The horse has got some of that tactical speed. He's going to have to sit up a little bit closer to that 1 at least, and possibly even that 8 to do any damage here. So I had $3 left, so I took my $3 exact, ice cold, to the 11 over the 1.
All right, I think that's a good play. I like the 11. As you see, I use it as a single in my pick 5, pick 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir, Colonel. He ran second versus similar in his last race. He switches to high percentage winning trainer, switches to high percentage winning jockey. The jockey in the last 7 days has won 8 races out of 18 starts with 2 seconds and 2/3. I like the 7 as my second choice, finishing the money in 5 out of 6 starts at PArX Racing, so likes the tracks. He ran second in his last race versus Tougher, drops in class, has a high percentage winning jockey. The 1 American Unity has had 4 out of 6 wins at PArX Racing. And the rail post is winning 18% clip. He has a high percentage winning trainer who wins 32% of the races when he takes a horse from a sprint to a route. I like 8 Playman. He's my long shot. He's raced at PArX Racing, has a high he won his last race at PArX Racing, has a high percentage winning jockey, and the highest speed figure at today's distance. So anyway, so that's how we have it. Let me show us all of our picks for the day. And if I can get there, here we go. So you can see there's all of our picks for the day. I want to say that if you would, please, I'd like you to, if you haven't so far, please subscribe, as it helps us out so we can do more, give you more information. And if you go to YouTube, you can do that. You can click on the little bell. Anyway, let your friends and everybody else you know about it. Go to their social sites, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Horse Race, the number 2 day. And today's guaranteed tip sheet, the free track is Los Alamitos Thoroughbreds. Also, you can go to the Professor for sports bets. You know, right now baseball's on, and he does a pretty darn good job of that. Tonight, Sean, and I'm not sure if it's Julie or Jamie, but they're at Horse Center at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. They're going to have a guest, and I believe it's Queen of Speed, Erin M. Walker. She's a jockey. And then tomorrow, Charles and I will both be back, 12:40 a.m. Eastern Time, to do PArX again. All right. Did you have anything that you?
No, that's about it. I mean, everyone, of course, be safe out there for these 4th of July funds, all the fun that you're going to have out there. And I do have 2 horses at Belmont today. I like in the 4th race, the 1 horse, and in the 5th race, I like the 5 horse.
All right.
Those are the 2 I like, and I'm keen around and looking at other things in there. But yeah, stay safe out there. Everyone have fun. Remember, keep water in you, because it's a little warm out there and a little humid on the East Coast mainly. And if you're in that big storm weather, which is the Carolinas, I think. I just went through it yesterday, and I lost about, I think 4 trees. And my parents lost about 4 trees. I mean, it just went through here like a small tornado.
Wow. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, Christopher says in Louisiana, the race 70 likes the 5 win in place. G2 Brew, I don't know what that really is there. It says something there.
Mhm.
And then, so anyway, we really appreciate all you folks commenting. Give us your picks. Works out really well. We like this to be a community that everybody can go ahead and, say their picks and what's going on. And I just want to say that I hope everybody stays safe. As Charles has said, it has been pretty darn warm. We can't, we can't predict the weather. Well, I guess we're predicting pretty well. It seems to me when I was younger, we had a guy that used to take a weather map or a map of the
Mhm.
Bay Area here, and he'd take darts, and
Yeah.
he'd throw the darts, and wherever they hit a rainy, they would either say rain or sunny or whatever, and he was pretty accurate compared to what they are. But nowadays they're pretty darn accurate, I noticed. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Especially when they warn you for something big, it's
Yeah.
going to happen.
stay hydrated, and then go ahead and stay indoors if it's really hot. That's what we're doing here because it's been over 100 degrees every day here. So anyway, so no matter what you're doing, where you're going, what you're going to do in the future, we hope that everything that you do ends up in the
Winner's circle.
All right, bye folks. We'll see you later.
See ya.